Hey guys, welcome to Cartoon Chat, episode 5, 6, 5, 6. One of these episodes. I'm Brian Swan. It's been a while, but I'm Brian Swan, joined today with
DK. K9 Biscuits and Turbo DK.
Turbo DK.
You on YouTube? YouTube?
Not yet. Not YouTube.
Not yet. Turbo DK and Mark Warren, aka K9 Biscuits. Find him on YouTube. Now, guys, we have a lot to talk about, particularly this awesome new movie that just came out. I'm not going to say that a movie is perfect, but this was the closest that I think it has been this year. Moana. General thoughts, let's just jump in.
It was that movie was so... It was not only just inspiring, but the plot itself was just so good. Like, when I haven't felt this emotional watching a movie since Toy Story 3, so you know it did something good.
Right, and this is just a start off. This isn't even like a... go ahead.
Yeah, this I think it's like my favorite anime movie of the year. It's just like it. Yeah, it's so visual. It's so visually stunning.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
It's like one of the
This is the best.
other than Kobu, like this is like one of the most visually stunning movies based on like foreign, I guess.
Super obscure, yeah.
Supernatural story.
Yeah, super obscure.
I wouldn't say supernatural, but I'd say, you know...
It's based off of folklore.
Yes, there you go.
Yeah.
Yes. Thank you. But that's the word we're looking for. But...
Yeah, it's just like... And it's like one of the funniest, too. And that's surprising.
The comedy in this was, surprisingly good. It wasn't like... There was nothing that didn't hit and wasn't bad.
Mm-hmm.
It's not,
Everything did a very good job when it came to comedy. If we want to review just on comedy alone, it was very good. Jokes that were said were funny.
Mm-hmm.
There was fourth wall breaking, like you mentioned twice. I think one of them was
the princess.
We don't want to spoil it.
Oh,
yeah. I mean, that's just a line, though. It's not like if you're a prince, if you're a if you have an animal sidekick and you're the daughter of a king, you're a princess.
Like it's not that like it was like it was surprisingly funny. It was like it was surprising how much comedy was in it. I thought it would like play itself straight, but like I mean it still does that, but like it's still gonna keep throwing jokes.
For me, the most surprising part, it was two surprising things because...
All right, here we go. From here on out, spoilers. Forget it. I don't care anymore. We're going to go spoilers. If we have to go spoilers, we'll go spoilers.
Good movie, go see it.
Yep, spoilers.
Okay, come back to the video now.
All right, but the surprising part to me was like it started out as a typical Disney movie. You got your female protagonist,
heroine as they call it.
Heroine, and then she some type of mystical power come to tell her things, and then she got to start off on a journey to do something, whatever. But then it surprised you when the character called Mui come in, played by Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson comes in, and he twists up the whole story because you think that okay, the female protagonist always run into like a male like sidekick guy. And then like fall in love, or
I'm glad I'm glad they made him like a muscular old guy.
A mentor almost.
Yeah,
because like instead of like some guy who looked like he can be the same age.
Some surfer dude. That's what I was expecting that they were going to use like some
radical bro.
Yeah, some handsome surfer dude.
Whoa, you're like, a hot babe.
Yeah, that shit's gonna fall for or whatever. But
you should be my love interest.
Yep, and then of course there'd be some betrayal and back to
right.
But no, that would be the average Disney 90s story, right?
Right.
But one thing I was very surprised about was going in, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson's performance. I was going The Rock from here on out. I don't just say the entire name, but his performance in this was, I want to say, equal to Robin Williams in Aladdin. I think that his performance really changed the movie, and he did a really good job voice acting. I think that, we'll go back and we'll look at this and say, his performance was very well done. I think he did a really good job. Singing was really good. Just acting in general, like, his emotion, his tone, all of that was good. Same with the female voice actor. I don't know her name, but she...
Yeah, I was surprised when, like, one of you guys said, like, it was Rock.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And that goes for the animation itself, because just comparing to something like Tangled, the Tangled had a good plot, and Tangled had good characters to like, but the animation wasn't nowhere near as perfect as this.
Well, that's just years of development, right?
That's
that
years.
came out in 2010, 2012.
Oh, but then see, the thing is, like Trolls came out the same year as Moana, and that gets no pass. But
no, Trolls. I'll make Trolls did aesthetically look good.
It looked good, yeah. It was good.
But I'm talking about the animation. I'm talking about the animation, though, not the graphical revolution. I'm talking about resolution. I'm talking about the animation. I'm talking
Trolls was animated well, I will admit.
It was all right.
It wasn't over the North bad. And I would say I thought Trolls was fairly good. I think almost every single movie coming up now has like DreamWorks has gotten to the point, and all these production companies have gotten to the point where they are Pixar level quality, except for the company that made Over the North and a couple other ones. It's not like Pixar and then every other one. It's pretty much on par now.
Right.
You're not seeing that thing. I mean,
and you could see it in Moana because her mannerisms were so realistic. Like
Some things her hair was just like flowing. It was like, oh,
right.
Man, that was.
Yeah, they found a because like it's like kind of it feels like a new art style for because like it's a mix between like realistic proportions with like cartoony looking.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's very.
But like it has such a. I think my favorite art style Disney done so far. It has such a good balance with the character designs.
Exactly. Yeah, I'm very surprised. Now, also when back to the movie though, in general, the pacing was very well done. Like I don't want to look at this paper all the time. But the pacing,
it felt so short.
You wanted more
in a good way.
I never want to say that I want more because I don't actually want a sequel to this. I don't want a sequel.
Me neither.
This wrapped up so well,
right?
And I usually ask for, I want more. I want like more of Zootopia. For example, Zootopia came out. I wanted to see more of the story of other characters in the world because they expanded so much. Moana was such a self-contained in this princess's life movie. It wrapped up so well.
You were like, well, there's a difference between like wanting to see more and needing to see more.
Now I need to see more. I have to admit, like more.
No, you don't.
Wait, more of Moana.
More of Moana.
No, you want to see more.
I know. I need to see more.
Why?
Because Moana was so good that when you done watching it, that you just feel bad because now that's it. Like it wrapped up so tightly and so neatly and so good.
So you want to see,
but at the same time, you like, oh man, you want them to come out with a second one. But at the same time, you don't want them to like ruin what they made here because usually with sequels, talking more about like Cars and talking more about like Toy Story.
Well, that's Pixar.
This sequel. Well, I just mean sequels in general.
Just in general.
And the sequels usually end on a sour note, like
not sour, but like more cliffhangy,
more cliffhangy, more sour, more in a direction that you didn't expect.
I'll argue this this wrapped up neater than Zootopia.
Yeah, I give that.
I think Zootopia had a surprising finale.
Yeah.
But that the general, like, 5 minutes before was not as necessary as it could have been. This did wrap up really strong. I think that this is like a perfect self-contained movie.
Mm-hmm.
This did so much well. Like, the introduction was beautiful. One thing I want to say, I know we're talking about the ending, but to the beginning here, I'm so glad they jumped in and they said, yeah, Maui's a bad guy. Maui just, like, took the heart. It ruined a lot. Like, he screwed this up. Like, they didn't tell him as a good guy, because throughout all the trailers, he was the good guy. He was alongside Moana and all that, but we pretty much understand, okay, he's a bad guy. And they explain that as she's on the island with her grandmother, talking, like, this was Maui's fault. And she needs to go and get Maui to put the heart back. Like, this was a very good way to, understand the character and go forward with that character.
And that goes into one thing that I was thinking about too, while I was thinking about the movie after we finished watching it. The way is not the pacing was great, but the pace the direction they took was also great.
Right.
Because it's just watch it. Like everyone just watch it because when you look at it, it goes by the Disney tropes, right? But the second you think you know what's going on, boom, then it surprises you. Boom,
the first half is like a reverse. It's like a reversal of Mermaid.
Right.
Her dad was trying to keep her from the ocean.
Yeah.
It's so much fan service. They know what not to do. They know not to make just another Disney movie with the same old.
That was
Beauty and the Beast remake.
And like the thing is, none of the you want to get to the music. Like
one thing I want to sorry, just before we get into music, what I want to say is that the fact that you mentioned this, and I think Mark mentioned this as well, the fact that they could have, and we're in spoiler territory, but like the fact that when she went out to the water the first time and like, I can do this, the fact that she failed and it came back, like it was not all happy-go-lucky.
Right.
Like, she needed to have that experience, and that was a very smart way of not being the generic Disney style. Oh, I'm on my own and I can do this.
Exactly.
Good.
Yeah, and like another thing is she was confident about what she had. She was actually convinced like what she had was still good, and she was still going with it.
Right, I'm a princess. I can do this.
And it wasn't, and it wasn't just another trope. Because some Disney movies do that. They make you fail, but then something always happens. Like, instant, like, boost of spirit or something like that. This was a concrete fail. Moana was not going back until... If her grandmother died anytime sooner, the entire story would have changed. That's how concrete that made her decision. But her grandma convinced her, like, no, you gotta go out there. Like, she had to convince her. Like that's the part that makes the story entirely different already from the beginning, because she was following the usual Disney trope of a young princess going on. Okay, my dad says this, or parents say that, or somebody say this.
Exactly.
But I'm a little teen, and I know what's best, and I can feel right. Yeah. So I'm gonna go do this. Moana was like that at first, and you think the story going that way, but she crashed and fell, almost died, and then she comes back, and she was not going back. She was not going back. But her grandma came and was like, "No, you gotta go back." And then Ghost came. Ghost had to come and tell her, "No, man, you gotta go out there." So then she goes off. Like, it's different. It feels like they make me...
No, not like Ghost came. She just like she just found these old boats, and like she had an technically it's Epiphany.
Epiphany, it would be most likely the closest thing to that. If
yeah.
Not Spirit Vision.
Yeah, I'll go with Spirit Vision.
Yeah.
Epiphany, but anyway,
like
but no, yeah, she had that vision. But I love the way that her grandmother linked this story. Like, for the most part, I thought that I didn't love the fact that the grandmother died. I obviously don't like the fact that death happens, but when I love how they pushed forward how her death moved the character.
Right.
Like, her death, the moment that not only like, oh well, she told her to go, but the fact that, you know, her spirit was there, like the stingray spirit that came out of the water and was there, like, that was beautiful. And the fact that she returned toward the end of the movie to help her at her worst time. Like, that was another thing. Maybe I'm glossing over, but I don't think that there are many Disney movies where it's like, I can't do this, and then the spirit comes back to help, except for, very much a Lion King similar thing.
Right.
Like,
that goes on to what I'm saying. Like, this Disney movie recognized the movies of the past, and it tries everything to, like, straight from that, even down to the small details, like the companion that she decided to take with her, the little animal companion.
Exactly.
Everybody, even I was in there thinking, okay, of course the pig is gonna come with her, right? Nope, it's not the pig. It's some stupid little, like,
chicken. Yeah, I like
chicken thing.
Yeah, I like all the we can say we into characters. Like, I like every character in this movie was likable.
Yes, every character in the movie was
because they had meaning. They weren't like useless, throwaway.
Yeah, even the comic reliefs. I really thought, we all thought, like, the pig was gonna come back some way.
Yeah.
No, he's burned. He's dead. I mean, I don't think you guys realize he's cooked. She left him on the island for like a month. I don't think there's no way.
that pig we saw at the end was a different pig.
Yeah. No, seriously.
Yeah.
That pig is somebody else.
That pig is cooked. He's dead. Move on. Sorry. Go ahead, Mark.
Yeah, you said before, like, I like how they didn't go with the generic comic relief, because the pig's character was like a generic non-talking animal comic relief. It's just like there for expression.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Like the chicken was creative comic relief.
Exactly.
Like it's because it's something they had to do jokes with.
Right.
Instead of just there to make weird expressions.
And it was surprising because the chicken act just like a dumb chicken, and then that's what most of the comic reliefs came from, because
just the dumb chicken being an idiot, and that's
and like everybody getting frustrated. Like Maui is trying to eat it, and like he just goes getting back. He like it's funny to see the water getting frustrated.
What the chicken? Like, all right, I am done. You're sitting in this bowl. I'm putting you away. I'm finished. Yeah, that's water. Kind of like, but no. Like you said, this could have been an average movie. We saw Frozen. It made millions of dollars, hundreds of millions of dollars. One of the best selling films from Disney of all time. And it was a pretty average movie. People overhyped that thing.
Exactly right.
Hell, right. And so like Moana, and like you were talking about, DK,
mostly it's music too, like
music as well. But like what you're talking about, DK, the way that they shifted everything, like every little detail was not a generic film. They took story elements from their older films. They took story elements from things that you wouldn't expect and made them into a movie that was completely different from what we would ever have thought Moana would be. Right. To make a movie that was literally, I think, almost close to perfect.
Like
perfect as
the music in here better. Oh my god. Better be as famous as the music from Frozen. I'd rather have every little girl sing the music from this. I'm
on my way.
Yeah, from this movie than freaking Frozen.
Right.
Because there is not one song in this movie that I cringed at.
Right.
All of them had meaning, by the way.
All of them had meaning.
And, all of them had great meaning. It's like other than the orchestral tracks, which I think was pretty good. Like the main musical, the main songs, vocal songs were like really brilliant.
And exactly, and
all catchy.
You could tell a song is so good because this Moana literally spammed the same song like 4 or 5 times throughout the movie. The same exact song came back, but it's every time it was sung, it was spun in a way that was to the situation that it was.
I think every time it came back, it gotten more powerful.
Right.
Exactly. You get like a better verse every time.
Like the same song was used to show that she wanted to be free. Then the same song was used to show that she can't do it. Then the same song was used to show that she could do it. Then the same song was shown that she did it. It was like how you it freaking blew my mind.
Like my favorite song in this movie is "Shining." like that part with the crab was just so like out of left field, but was good.
Yeah,
and it is it managed to fit in the movie anyway.
Right.
Like I thought, to be honest, when I first saw it, I was like, okay, this is just like a weird crab thing. It's probably gonna be a pointless scene. Right. Like no, I fucking love that scene.
Dude, this worked better than. Remember the Good Dinosaur? If I'm going to bring that in, it worked better than when the Good Dinosaur brought in when they got high from the berries.
Yeah,
that worked more. That worked better than that, and that was pretty well matched in. And that was weird. This did the weird, but it worked so well. But going into particular scenes and the music that matched them, like this really gave us the idea of what the character, how crazy weird the character is. Let's play a crazy song, like. I would not have expected that song to be playing at all. Like, Disney movie, middle of the movie, no.
It seems like a weird song. At first, I was like, okay, man, this song is eh. But like, it seems like it's just like a weird like throwaway song. Right. But they use it as a song to like while they're fighting him, and it's like it's hilarious and like they like make it. Like threatening in a way,
right?
Like for the characters, and it's just amazing how they pulled that off.
And even for me, like these guys, it flew over these guys' head. But for me, I saw this song coming from a mile away. Like the character himself is transparent. Like he a guy who likes shiny things, right? So the song didn't surprise me a bit that it was coming. But when the song started playing, see that's when it started getting you because it's not just about shiny things. It's about it's a whole ego boosted. Like I can't explain it. It's so different.
It's all his ego.
Yeah. It still came off good, even though I expected it to happen. But then when he turned the lights off and went Tron Legacy, I didn't see that coming. Didn't see that coming at all.
Yeah. That was funny. Yeah.
I just want to mention, folks, like me, Brian, and like DK, we all had the theater to ourselves, and we were just like screaming.
It was
like,
incredibly empty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We went on. We went on a Tuesday morning.
Tuesday morning showing.
Tuesday morning, 11:15 a.m.
Exactly.
But besides that, I think it was the trailers. Because for me, when I watched the trailers, what I got out the trailers was like Moana was going to be like partly like funny because they kept showing the big guy who was always on her team, Maui, and it was going to be partly funny, and it was going to be like this Hawaiian that's why I'm just saying like
that's what you
trailers.
expected.
Yeah, from just like this Hawaiian like kind of like a more adult themed Lilo and Stitch the movie, if any of y'all saw it. Like something like that, except with no aliens. That's what I was expecting. Right. But it actually had nothing to do with the with the island that she was on or the people.
It did. I think it had a lot to do. The Pacific Island thing was.
It was a starting point, but in the grand scheme, it was more about her and her destiny.
Yeah,
it was her. Yeah, that yes.
And that's the part that surprised me because first of all, the big guy turned out to be like hated in the eyes of people.
Yeah.
So I was like, whoa! Like that, in the beginning, that throw you because it's like he had his own ego. Like he the savior of men. No, you're not. You like now you known as like the destroyer.
Exactly.
And they're like, dang. So that threw me, and I like that.
He has good reason why he do what he did. Now I thought about it. I do realize I do remember like I think like kind of something like a little bit flies with the movie. When Mao, because we were spoiling anyway, but when Maui,
yeah,
when Maui left, a little character development scene when Maui left, and he came back. They didn't give much of a reason to why he came back. I was like waiting for that.
I think he was waiting to see what she would do.
I know.
That's what they never explained it. Yeah,
there was no indication that he was watching or like he would or like he saw what she did.
Right. I mean, maybe that's the one thing that's like, okay, he just out of the blue. Yeah, very true. But,
right. They give no indication in the movie, but you're just supposed to assume that at some point in his journey to like get out of there, because he gave up and he left. So at some point of him flying away, he was like, she can't do it by herself. She's gonna die. So I might as well just go back.
So, I guess like the only indication was that with like the tattoo was like kept telling
them, yeah,
right. Nagging on.
Also, like I was one little thing is like I wish I knew what the island. I mean, what like the father was or was reaction was when he found out she's gone.
That was another thing. That if there were two things, it was the fact it was that about Maui not returning correctly, and,
right.
And the father. The last time we saw the father, he said he was vehemently against her being on the water.
Right.
And then suddenly she comes back.
He threw like bitch fits. He threw bitch fits about it though too.
And he was just like, I mean, no, it wasn't just the fact that he was vehemently angry. The grandmother just died and everything. Like,
and then she just left.
She just leaves. I'm sorry. Like, yeah, you make a good point, right? Like,
there was no scenes.
Would be a very high level of what were you doing? What are you like? I'm glad they didn't go into that. Because that would be a weird finale, and it would have been. So I'm glad that it just sort of wrapped up.
I wish he would like drop something like, "Oh, I was so worried about you," or something like,
or something like that.
When they came back to the island, it was just hugs.
Yeah. Right, but I agree that it should have been more father scenes to like fill in, because after the grandma died, that's the last time you see the father or anybody. So I wish it had been more father scenes, but at the same time, I understand why he didn't get angry at her when she came back, because he knows the myths and the lore and stuff. He just chose to not follow him because he was too scared. It was dangerous. So once he saw that everything was going back to normal, he realized she gone. She was talking about the water, and boom, she must have did the thing.
I know. So, it's what we're assuming. I just wish that
if there was a legend that if I stole, let's say I stole my dad's car, there was a legend that I could go across to if I could go to Mexico and I come back with all the gold plates, I'd still be pretty pissed, or my dad'd still be pretty pissed that I stole his car.
See, no,
I don't think
the gravity is not the same.
We won't even need scenes. This is the simple fact that we just need some more dialogue.
Just one line or something.
We need dialogue dropping. That's what we need.
Yeah. Guys, by the way, if you're listening, we're just talking about this one snippet. That's the only thing we can literally kind of talk about as a negative. So we're not hating the movie at all. We're just saying it's one thing. So don't we
can call out flaws. It's just like we did wrap it up earlier that this movie's almost perfect. It still feels that way. It feels that way. Yeah.
I'm not. No. Yeah. So
you know what?
It's like my favorite anime movie of the year.
Yeah.
I even Sing looks good, but I feel like I'm still gonna love this a lot more.
I'm ramping it up.
Yeah.
I'm ramping it up. I'm gonna say this is the best animated movie I've seen in the past 3 years. That's how great it was.
I think a lot of
better than Trolls. I mean, the Trolls was I know it's how you didn't pause. So you was like, wait, what?
No, I didn't pause because I knew exactly how to react. No way. Like,
we need to talk about this after this.
But no, what?
Trolls.
Oh no, we will.
Go ahead, keep going.
3 years. Man. I think a lot of people a lot of people give The Good Dinosaur crap, but that's a really good movie. I wouldn't say Moana.
It's a good movie. It's not cohesive. It's a point A to point B movie. It's not really much of a main.
You know what? This is the best movie I've seen in the past 3 years. It's the best movie I've seen in the past 3 months because Kubo came out 3 months before, and that was the best movie until I saw Moana, and that kicked its butt. Not kicked its butt, but made it.
They were so close to each other. Yeah. Go see Kubo, people.
But no, I mean, I would say 9.5 out of 10. Like literally 9.5 out of 10. It's not 10 out of 10. Like one of the most perfect movies I've ever seen, hands down. Beautiful. Well written.
Right.
Dialogue is great. Comic relief is great. They're
great uses of resource.
If possible, I would give it a 9.8 out of 10.
Me too. No, I give it a 9.7 because
you bitch.
Because I loved it.
You want to go?
No, I'm good. No, I'm good.
You want
to go, bro? I'm fine. But it's the movie. I give it 9.7 because the movie is like super perfect, but. It's just those things. Like, it's just those nagging things that get you.
Yeah.
Like, for me, it's the father, is Maui coming back for some reason. Like, those parts can explain. But another thing that I didn't like so much, but I understand why it happened, and I'm okay with it happening, but I still didn't like it.
What?
Was Grandma only had 2 scenes.
I don't think that was I wouldn't put that as a negative. I think that's
No, I'm not putting it as a negative. I'm putting it as a personal negative for myself.
Something that you wanted
because
to see.
I wanted.
Well, she didn't have just 2 scenes. She was she was the one telling the story in the beginning. Like she was all alongside Moana throughout her time in the island for the most part. She came back as a ghost. She was the guiding force. She was almost always there.
I mean,
she just didn't have any scripted lines.
Right, exactly. And I wanted her to be a more a more concrete character in Moana's life. Like,
yeah, I wish that she was on the boat too.
Well, to be fair, she don't get much of Moana's life. She aged fucking quickly.
Right, and it's like
I didn't need kid Moana for like 30 minutes. I didn't need kid Moana.
Exactly. So in the first moments of her being alive, she came in much better as a ghost, as a spirit. But when she was alive, only purpose she served is a plot dump, and then the thing that make Moana want to go. And after
her spirit, she would.
I wanted her to be more. I want to be her to be more of a character, like more of a grandma type to her, instead of just a character the dump plot on you and then the tell her to go.
But she was doing her own thing. Like, I don't know, I just don't get like how much further she could have been in the story without rippling too much in effect around everything else. I think that Moana, like, you could tell Moana knew her grandmother so well. Like, oh, why aren't you persuading me about this? Like, there were scenes where it's like, all right, well, she had a backstory. If you wanted to have more with maybe there'd be a mini series of that, but I don't think we need any more.
That was missing for me, like character development between them two, because
I think there was character development
She just came. You understand the relationship between them, but you don't see the relationship
because the way that they react to each other. But that's a knocking heads different thing.
Like he's going to he's going to weird.
All the grandmas podcast, ladies and gentlemen.
I love grandmas. I love old people.
It's Halloween review coming soon. But just going to weird nitpicks of like
nitpicks of Moana Part 1.
Maui's hula skirt was too damn short.
What?
Maui's hula skirt was too damn short. It was like getting close. It was like too close to a shot to a crotch shot.
I didn't even notice his dick until you said. I didn't notice his skirt until you said something. I didn't care. I didn't pay attention.
Dude, I didn't care. But obviously his hula thing is too short.
Look.
Dude, it's like a little.
Maybe he has a small. Look, okay.
Okay, no, we're not talking about this, right?
No, this is a podcast, not a dumpster fire. But look, I mean, it already was a dumpster fire. But no, I mean, look, Moana, like, I don't.
I mean, but those are just nitpicks. Like those aren't.
I'm just like doing.
I wish the sailboat was 10 times bigger.
No, I'm not. That's why I said just like a little. No, it's just a funny nitpick. I'm not like also while we're on, I'm surprised like she didn't like when she was like a little baby. She didn't have like a little cloth around her chest.
Oh, for a baby? No, they don't do that.
A cloth around her.
He talking about like a little thing.
No, she. Was that on like boobies or anything? Oh no, the little toddler's nipples are out. Better watch out for pedos. No, like I one thing I will say.
They got a way of showing a child's ass in Inside Out.
But no,
I didn't. No. Why are we going?
I'm not. You know what? I don't even remember this. Mark, you okay? No. Like, if there was one, I guess one nitpick I would say is it's not a nitpick. It's just like, out of curiosity.
What I made was a nitpick. I just felt like making those little comments.
No, but out of curiosity, the backside of that island woman, and once she sleeps, the backside of the island woman will be very weird looking because you're just going to see a crevice.
No. I don't think it would go like that because she covered like when she laid her head down, it just became like a stone faced mountain. So I guess the back of her will be like stone
sharp edge.
Yeah,
closed entrance. Yeah.
So did Maui have to like? Do you think if there's caves in on that island, are we actually going inside of a cave? Or are we going inside?
Oh no!
See, no, we're not thinking about things like that.
I was thinking about. I was considering that. Like, if someone does venture in between,
I'm guessing that's what probably Maui did. You get the.
Oh no! Okay. Anyway,
it was the heart. It was the heart.
I know, but like you had to explore that island to find it.
Oh god!
Explore the island.
Yup. And it's close to the chest, so you got fucking.
I'm done.
I guess another little nitpick for me is
this Rule 34 Moana.
No. Another little nitpick for me is even though Moana is have all this mythical lore and like all these little shoddy spirits and everything happening, it's still even with all this going on, even with all this paranormal activity going on, it still feels grounded in reality.
Oh yeah.
So it got weird for me when people took certain falls and then got up completely unharmed. Like when Moana fell out the sky and landed right on her neck down.
Every time that boat kept like tipping over, she was fine.
She literally got hit by a wave and smashed her head
that
on
boat
the
tipped over so many times in the movie.
No, but I'm talking about the first time.
I'm talking about that too, though.
Yeah, that too. But the first time when the wave hit her boat and it smashed and she smacked her head all up on the ground.
I'm sorry, I'm not looking for rated R blood, guts.
I'm not looking for blood. She don't have to bleed out to death. Like, just be knocked out for a moment.
I'm not looking for rated R either. I'm just looking for. I'm just looking for rated XXX.
That's why you're looking for the highest grade.
Oh god, come on now.
But no,
don't expect. Don't. I'm just saying. Don't expect.
I want some giant island action. I want to cross.
I want
to cross between that giant island and like that dumbass lava short film before Inside Out.
That's why I was like, I was like, wait a second.
Lava. I want to learn to love.
Yeah, like, did Pixar like look at that and like look at Disney while they were producing Moana and just put that short before? Like, that's 200%. But no,
apparently, I think that short's based on its own folktale too.
Sure.
It was corny as shit though.
Sure, it's based on the Moana preview folktale.
I won't lie though. The giant grass lady was hot.
You know what? Let's move on. All right, guys. Any final thoughts on Moana? Because I want to talk about best movies of the year.
That movie was shit.
What?
I'm giving it a 9 point. I'm giving it a 10. Yeah, I'm giving it a 10 out of 10. No more than that. I think that the nitpicks are just nitpicks.
They just stupid nitpicks.
Watch the movie.
I was fucking. I was like, they weren't nitpicks. Not nitpicks. They were just comments.
Right.
I like that. Even those little flaws, the movie's still super enjoyable. And that's all that matters in the end for me.
I still stick with 9.7.
It's a great. 10 out of 10. Fuck it.
10 out of 10.
Fuck you, dude.
9.7.
All right. You say so. Things are there.
So nope. Still not good enough.
What happened? Oh, you just want to throw me out there like that? Yeah. Just throw me on the only guy.
I mean, you gave Trolls 10 out of 10, but you give Moana fucking 9.7. What the fuck?
And moving on into the Trolls segment.
No. Before we go into Trolls, I want to talk about this. So Moana just came out. We can finally talk about like what our best movie of the year would be. Now, in the beginning of the year, we had Zootopia come out, pretty big Disney movie. Disney came out with 2 big movies, and this one was very well done. So was Zootopia.
I didn't like Zootopia that much.
Kubo came out as well. Middle summer movie was really popular. I thought it was pretty well done. Mark, what's your? I remember when Kubo came out, you had said Zootopia still beats it in your mind as the best movie of the year.
I need more time to think about Kubo before I wins over Zootopia.
But so you don't know Moana Kubo? Yeah.
Yeah, Moana Kubo.
It's like either or, right?
Yeah, I had more time to think about it. Like Kubo is more cohesive. It's like Zootopia is still a fantastic movie. It's just Kubo. Yeah, Kubo's more cohesive in story. Right. And I think I probably like rewatch Kubo. Like, and it's aesthetically better looking. So I definitely watch Kubo again over Zootopia.
Right. Not only that, but it had I think even stronger story. Like
I
think we're forgetting that. Like the mother. Like spoilers for anyone that hasn't seen Kubo. I'm sorry, dude, but the situation where she has to go to her mother, and her mother has to stay in the shadow and in the cave because she's very weak, or and then you have those twins, that were very evil, trying to chase after her. Her mother sacrificed herself to protect her daughter. Like that was this is a very deep movie. Like, if you ever get a chance to see it, very deep movie. I think it's still really deserves a win because it's a small production company. Very well done, but
I want to keep making more movies. They always do a good job.
What? The company.
See, yeah, that's what I'm hearing from y'all. Like Kubo may still be a win because I didn't see Kubo, but I could see that. I could see how it could be deeper than Moana because Moana wasn't deep. Moana was inspirational, and Moana was strong, right? But it wasn't deep. It wasn't. It didn't get into the gritty.
No, I don't think. No, I'm not trying to say Moana didn't have depth. What I'm saying is that Moana had depth to like 10 feet. Mm-hmm. But Kubo had like Moana had 10 feet of depth. If there are movies throughout the rest of the year that only had like 5 feet of depth, right? And, weren't very deep at all. Like Zootopia, maybe 15 feet of depth, and but Kung Fu Panda 3, 3 feet of depth. There were very few movies that were as deep as Moana was.
The company's called Focus Features.
Focus Features? I don't know. What's the animators? Focus is the production, but I'm looking for the animators themselves, or I think there's a smaller name.
So there's Travis Knight, but do you want an actual name itself? It's Focus Features. They're the ones who usually make. They made Box Trolls.
Was it Focus? I thought that was a four-letter company.
It's Focus. Let's see.
Like Locky or something? No. No.
Wait a second. Yeah, they made Coraline.
That was Focus?
Yep.
Oh, okay. Okay, well then,
Kubo fits right in. Because I saw Coraline, and if Coraline is anywhere deep as...
yeah, they make Coraline, Paranorman, Box Trolls.
Now I saw Coraline, if Kubo is anywhere as deep as Coraline, then I know Kubo is going to be good 20 feet.
Yeah, Kubo is fantastic. My fear is that Moana. I think that Kubo deserves the nomination, the win.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely deserves the nomination, but it should get the win. But Moana is out here now. It's Thanksgiving. It's closer to Oscar season. People are going to remember this more. It has a great... One thing that Kubo doesn't have is the musical part of it, where the music is very natural and very well done in Moana. But in Kubo, you just don't come back saying, "Oh, the music." You don't come back saying that.
Yeah.
So, not to say that Kubo wasn't good. There were some very good scenes and very good music and a very good soundtrack. But I think more people are going to remember Moana because the full package of it is a perfect movie with a perfect soundtrack.
Right.
Kubo is a great story, a deeper story that came out in summer. But, that's my thoughts. You haven't seen Kubo yet, so...
Both movies sucked.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to give mine to Number of the North.